Evening News. I am Mariam Ahmad. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has laid a sort of the alternative high school for girls in Osogbo, Osun State, as a means to ensure a better future for Nigerian girls. The wife of the president revealed that the project has been a dream since when her husband, President Bola Tinubu, was the governor of Lagos State between 1999 to 2007, that there should be institutions across the country to train the girls' children creatively in order to save the nation from cloudy future, saying training given to girl child is like breeding a nation. According to Senator Tinubu, the location of the school in Osogbo, Osun State, was born out of unbiased raffle draw, adding that the project will be officially commissioned next month. The First Lady, who described the first executive governor, late Senator Isiaka Adeleke, who died 7 years ago, as a progressive and distinguished colleague who strived for the emancipation of humanity from poverty and oppression. Senator Oluremi Tinubu also declared 2 projects for the betterment of women and their families: National Fabric Competition and Agricultural Project, Every Home, a Garden, saying the star prize for the competition is 20 million naira. President Bola Tinubu has unveiled the African Counter-Terrorism Summit at the office of the National Security Advisor in Abuja, describing terrorism as an imported evil that must be banished from Africa. According to reports, the event, which is currently ongoing and organized by the federal government with support from the United Nations Office of Counter-Terrorism, will be held between today and tomorrow, April, with the theme strengthening regional cooperation and institution building to address the evolving threat of terrorism. The presidency announced that the summit aims to enhance multilateral counter-terrorism cooperation. President Tinubu said terrorism serves as a clog in the wheels of a prosperous and just society envisioned for citizens, adding that it craves despotism and suppression, not democracy and enlightened society. The president urged participants at the meeting to combine determined national efforts with well-tailored regional and international collaboration to fight insecurity on the continent. The meeting was attended by the Deputy UN Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, the UNOCT Under Secretary General, Vladimir Voronkov, the Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, Leonardo Simao, and other high-level UN officials. African leaders present at the meeting include Presidents of the Republic of Benin, Ghana, Togo, and Minister of National Defense, Mauritius Anana, among others. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says Nigeria is not ripe for the establishment of state police. Egbetokun made this known while speaking at a one-day dialogue on state policing, adding that the establishment of state police will exacerbate ethnic tension, leading to divided loyalty in the states. Represented by AIG Ben Okolo, the Inspector General added that it will lead to multiple command structures in the states, as governors are likely to abuse the privilege of state police by using it for political gains, leading to possible abuse of power and abuse of human rights. He argued the state government lacked required funding that will give birth to the type of policing that the nation requires. Meanwhile, the IGP recommended the merging of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and the Federal Road Safety Commission to form a department in the police force. He also pointed out that there is the need for a yearly recruitment of about 30,000 police personnel into the force to meet the United Nations requirements for modern policing, also to increase annual budgetary allocation to the force. The federal government has launched guidelines on safe motherhood, targeting at least 7 million pregnant women and at least 6 million newborn births annually. Speaking at the launch of the guidelines, the Labor Care Guide, and the guidelines for community use of misoprostol to To commemorate the 2024 Save Motherhood Day in Abuja, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, noted that it is possible to achieve safe motherhood in the country. Professor Pate said safe motherhood is to improve the life expectancy and quality of life of Nigerian women through the provision of quality maternal and newborn services while ensuring safety through properly supervised pregnancy, skilled attendants at birth, and post-delivery care at all levels of the healthcare delivery system, thereby reducing maternal mortality and morbidity. He explained that Nigeria has a large burden of preventable maternal deaths, and the country also has a large burden of newborn mortality, but has made some progress, which is not enough, noting that every death of a mother is an unfortunate incident, as health care is part of President Bola Tinubu's key agenda. The minister said the approved 25 billion naira from the Basic Health Care Provision Fund, 25 billion naira through the National Primary Health Care Development Agency and the National Health Insurance Authority gateways is to ensure quality health care in reducing maternal mortality. This year's Safe Motherhood Day is themed investing in maternal health for a sustainable future. Vaccination for children between the ages of 0 to 5 is crucial in helping to prevent illnesses, outbreak of diseases, and contributes to building immunity for a healthy society. Deputy Director of Nursing Services, Osho State Hospital, Ikirun, Mrs. Suebat Ogedengbe, stated this while speaking with Osbc News on the importance of immunization for children, marking this year's World Immunization Week. Mrs. Ogedengbe noted that immunization prevents almost 5 million deaths every year from diseases such as diphtheria, tetanus, influenza, and measles, among others.
Is that they should ensure that their children are adequately immunized. We have various vaccinations from birth to 2 years or to 5 years. They should follow the course and make sure the vaccination is completed. The vaccinations we have at birth, we have a OPV, oral polio vaccine, that prevents polio infection. We have a HBV vaccine that prevents hepatitis B, and BCG that prevents tuberculosis. Okay. That is given at birth. We still have others. We have pentavalent vaccine, we have PCV that prevents pneumonia, and we have a Rota that prevents diarrhea.
The burial programs of Elder David Anyotola Anyolola commence tomorrow afternoon with lying in state at his residence, Ayegu Road, Okeila-Orogun. A statement by the Alayode family of Okeila-Orogun says the Christian wake will follow immediately at the same venue, while funeral service will hold on Thursday morning at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, number 1, Okeila-Orogun, and interment will take place at his residence, Ayegu Road, Okeila-Orogun. After the funeral service, the reception will hold at the Center Point Hotel Annex, Okeila-Orogun. And now from sports, former Nigeria midfielder Paul Okoku has urged the Nigerian Football Federation that the next Super Eagles head coach should have a proven track record of developing young talents and implementing a dynamic attacking style of football. The US-based former under-20 assistant captain to the 1983 under-20 World Cup in Mexico made this observation in an interview with newsmen against the backdrop of the varied opinions of several Nigerian football stakeholders on who the next handler of the three-time African champions should be. Okoku noted that the new coach for the Super Eagles should be someone who can foster a positive team culture and effectively manage player relations. And from the foreign scene, an Egyptian statue aged more than 3,000 years old has arrived back home over 3 decades since it was stolen and smuggled out of the country. According to the Egyptian government, the statue depicts a head of the ancient king Ramses II, who was one of the country's most powerful rulers. The artifact, which dates back to more than 3,400 years, was taken from the Ramses II temple in the ancient city of Abydos. Egyptian authorities spotted it in 2013 when it went up for sale at a gallery in London. It was then moved to several countries until it reached Switzerland, where it was reclaimed in collaboration with Swiss authorities. The Antiquities Ministry said that Egypt proved that it had rights to the piece and that the artifact left its borders illegally. Meanwhile, it will undergo restoration and maintenance at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. That ends the evening news on Osbc TV. Join us at 7 for major reports. Thanks for watching. Good evening.